Wayfinder, not a moment too soon. They're about to get into it.
You're not joining us? You know the situation as well as anyone.
Getting into the middle of that group? I'd rather face down Eparch again. No. I think I'll leave that to you. I just wanted to catch a glimpse of it myself.
Don't tarry too long, soldier. You're overdue for some leave. Welcome home.
Wayfinder.
Wayfinder, good. Let's delay this no longer.
No need to rush now. Galrath does so enjoy our presence here.
I've seen you lot in battle. Huh. We've got nothing to worry about.
What would you know of battle? You were not present for...
Enough! We will not waste time with idle chatter. There is still much to be done in Niles.
Let us proceed then. Dagda, present the terms we've agreed upon.
The Cryptus incursion into Tyria will cease immediately. No Cryptus will enter Tyria again without direct invitation.
And any remaining loyalists who do, you're free to dispose of.
Additionally, the Astral Ward will maintain a presence in Nios until such time as it is deemed by us to be unnecessary. In return, amnesty will be granted to the Cryptus, and we will recognize Paitha as the legitimate sovereign of Nios.
We accept your terms. Perhaps now there can finally be peace.
We must hope so. If this were to happen again, I promise you that it would not end in negotiations.
Your thoughts, Wayfinder?
The Cryptus have been given a chance at redemption. They won't be given another. Do what you must to keep them in line.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
There is also the other matter we discussed, Gareth. Do you accept?
I do. Ramses will have a place here as long as he pleases.
My lady.
Your affection for Tyrians is no secret, Ramses. And you have more than earned a place as our ambassador.
Thank you, my king. I will not let you down.
That leaves just one final thing. You, Wayfinder. While there are many who have fought alongside me, none have been more steadfast or capable.
I do want to thank you, Wayfinder. Your aid was clearly needed here.
As long as I live, your name will never be forgotten in Nios. You have my eternal thanks.
How do you feel about being named ambassador?
It's difficult to know how to feel. Mere hours ago, I entered Tyria for the first time, and now I'm going to stay here. It is exciting in its way, though. The smells and sensations, the lights and colors, the strange shapes of the creatures. I'm not sure I'll be much use as an ambassador, as distracted as I am. I wonder if Arena would be willing to lead me around.
We couldn't have done this without you.
I am humbled by your praise, Wayfinder, but I merely did what anyone should be willing to do for their homeland. Truthfully, I have been a small part of something greater. That is enough for me. But I am pleased that I've earned your respect. I hope your friendship as well.
Of course, Ramses. Hey, Kiona. How's it going?
Good to see you, Balkan. Did Nios treat you well?
Ah, yeah, you know. It was pretty intense, but nothing I couldn't handle. So, anyway, now that we've both got leave, maybe you'd want to go somewhere? Holbrook is nice this time of year.
Sure, why not?
Do you think the peace will last?
For the immediate future, yes. The people have tired of war, and this will be an opportunity for them to prosper. But time will weather that relief, and people will forget what war cost them. We will have to remain vigilant. I promise you this, however. War between Nyos and Tyria will not come again as long as I draw breath. Let us hope my fellows feel as strongly as I do.
Can you trust Janthir?
One need not trust a predator if you remove its claws. And he still has his uses. There are many loyalists left, and we need them to join us if we are to keep this dream alive. They will listen to him. Ultimately, that is more important than the punishment he unquestionably deserves. We are forced to compromise. In many ways, politics bloodies one's hands more than war. May you spend your twilight years in battle instead.
So you have no aspirations for the throne yourself?
None whatsoever. There is a weight that comes with the crown, and I have no desire to carry it. My role lies elsewhere. Aether has proven that she can lead our people, but there will be difficulties that better suit my expertise. When those arise, I will offer my counsel. That is all that is needed of me.
Will this peace hold?
I expect so. But there are contingencies for any eventuality. We will not be caught unaware again. It will take far beyond your lifespan for their forces to grow strong enough to be a threat again anyway. But peace will last only as long as we remain strong enough to enforce it. That is the only reason it ever lasts.
Will you still try to keep the Astral Ward a secret?
The value of secrecy has not diminished, but I must admit it will be difficult to hide what has happened here. And a truth half uncovered is often more dangerous than one fully revealed. If there is time still to shield Tyria from the knowledge of its own frailty, then that must be done. I will evaluate our options, however, and come to whatever conclusion best suits Tyria as a whole.
Why didn't you come to help us sooner?
Such accusation. From your tone, one would think my support never arrived at all. You are not so naive as the rest of them, Wayfinder. You know better than foolish idealism. Until I could be certain that my support would ensure your victory, committing our forces would have been pointless. I do not act without careful consideration. I have lived a long time with the consequences of my prior impulsiveness.
Have you changed your mind about the Cryptus?
Why would I have? I never doubted that Paetha's forces could win. Just what her victory would really mean. We're going to find out if they're as capable of peace as you hope. It'll be a long time before we know the answer. I'm no warmonger, Wayfinder. If they maintain the peace, I am happy to do likewise. If Tyria is safe, I am satisfied.
I'm surprised you're part of this.
Did you expect to see me in chains? You Tyrians can be so naive. Allow me to enlighten you. I served at the side of the king for longer than your kind can conceive of. Who knows the cryptist better than I? Our fledgling king is wise enough to know she will need my counsel. That is worth more than retribution will gain her. Let that be a lesson for you then. Your sense of justice will always be subservient to your practical needs.
You believe Paitha can rule the cryptists then?
It is power and authority that rules in Nyos, Tyrian. As long as she holds them, the cryptists will follow. But do not think that Paitha alone is capable. It is not Providence that has placed the crown atop her head. If she fails, it is a minor setback. The throne of midnight can seat another.
It's not likely.
My warband's been doing some special hand-to-hand training.
Must be sending you into Dragon Minion territory.
Wherever they send us, we'll go.
Who? Imperator
Commander, apologies for the formality.
Good to see you faring so well, Krisha. How are you in Ridlock?
Ritlock's in Grothmar, helping keep tensions down. Good, though. Happy to be out of the office. I'm up to my horns in diplomacy. Truthfully, I'd rather be on a recon assignment, claws caked in something rotten.
You're better suited for this work than anyone else in the Legions.
Nobody wants the job. I'm just the unlucky grunt who complained the least when offered it. But I'm keeping another civil war at bay. Which is why I called on you. We weren't the only ones to clean house in the wake of Cantha. Caught wind of the Tyrian alliance yet?
Outside of your letter, it's news to me.
Thought so. We're trying our hand at unification, or something like it. Not just the Char, everyone. The demon attacks really put a damper on our post-Dragon cycle relaxation. Thankfully, none of us are good at relaxing. Now, if only we could figure out this whole Con-Ur thing.
You'd be great at it.
I don't know about that. But better me or Ephraim than someone like Bangar. But enough talk. That seat will remain vacant. As for now, consider this your invitation on behalf of the Char. Queen Jenna called us to action rather suddenly. I expect something interesting is brewing. She asked me to give this to you.
This city of ours is the greatest in the world. The pinnacle of Char achievement.
Hardly. This is the greatest city in the world. And it's only going to get greater.
You know you want to fight in the Mist War. I see the bloodlust in your eyes.
Politics. Ugh.
Hold it. Name?
Commander, over here.
That you are. Didn't recognize the face at first. Fought alongside you during Scarlet's attack. Go ahead. Don't mind me, just being cautious. A lot of big names in this building.
It's a big job. Malice, Anise, could form a new warband.
No less cramped than any of Ash's hidden outposts.
Delegates and leaders are still arriving, but the turnout is impressive. My surprise is agreeable.
And nerve-wracking.
Everyone is comforted that you're joining us. You command quite a bit of respect here. Not all of us do the same.
Don't make me regret my decision.
You're modest.
Save that irascible demeanor for negotiations, Imperator. Go on. Mingle. As soon as a few more arrive, we'll get started.
Kate.
Commander. I'd heard you'd been invited. Glad to see you again.
Kaith is joining me as counsel. We've both a stake in seeing our people thrive after everything we've endured.
Mordremoth was a monster. How are you doing after Aurene?
Some days are melancholy, but she still guides me. I'm needed by my people. That has given me purpose.
That they do. Kaith has been vital in our pursuit of healing. We've all experienced a bit of an identity crisis after Maguma. We're well on our way, but we've problems to solve for yet.
You'll get there.
Hello again. It is a genuine pleasure to see a familiar face in unfamiliar lands.
Welcome, Commander. I'm glad to finally have a meeting under less dire circumstances.
An empress and a queen. Dangerous combination.
Queen Jenna has been instrumental in Cantha's integration. I'm eager for these meetings to commence.
All I've done is make introductions.
With every trade organization and leader between the Shiver Peaks and the unending ocean. Such modesty. I'm hoping that today is productive, if not educational.
The latter, I can promise.
Counselor Ludo. That's a lot of paperwork for one Asura.
Couldn't get a single one of those old sacks to put down the gavel and at least try to make friends. Did send me with a giant pile of paperwork, though. That's what I'd like to call the Asuran hello. Nonsense, most of it. Cantha is revealed. And if not for copying Asuran ingenuity, they'd still be decades behind. But we can't hide in our labs.
Huh. Best work is always done in the field.
I certainly do hope that you are correct.
Commander!
Bram. Healing, I hope?
Graham is representing Kragstead, acting as my own advisor.
Advising on what? Terrible haircuts?
Gawk all you need. I went home for a while after. The whole thing was an accident. One day I'm patching homesteads and caring for lone wolf pups, and the next I'm... well, here.
You? Leading an entire village? I'm impressed.
He's modest. He proved to be the leader Kragstead needed, and irreplaceable while I've helped take on more for Newt. A natural leader, our boy.
Stop.
I'm glad for you, Bram. Air would be proud.
Commander, good to see you.
Stuffy.
Certainly beats interrogations and trial preparations.
Bangar?
Who else? We'll save that headache for opening remarks. I'm eager to put it behind us. Hasn't made things easy, though. The Dominion lives. Their numbers are just depleted.
Traitors. All of them.
I, Countess Anise, liaison to Queen Jenna of Kryta, call all representatives of the Tyrian Alliance to council. Please, to your places. We've quite a bit to cover. First and foremost, the Pact and Orders send their regards. Structural changes have them occupied. But with that aside, the founding members have come prepared with opening statements. Affirmations of why we're here. As our mutually elected emissary, Commander, would you like to determine the order of operations?
What qualifies me to make that call?
You've had a hand in just about everything Tyria has endured since the retaking of Claw Island. We approve.
I imagine the Pale Mother supports this notion.
Sure, have at it.
My queen.
Thank you all for your remarks. We gather on mutual ground as allies. For some, friends. We suffered the Elder Dragons. We saw a new Ilona and Cantha. We've endured much. But now, Tyria has the promise of tomorrow. The last decade was cruel, but standing united today shows promise that my father only dreamt of. However, it is not on kind terms that we gather. The Alliance was formed as a reaction to a new threat. Almost a year ago now, demons attacked our villages and farmlands. Your cities and homes.
48 dead in the mountains. An entire village burned to the ground. One attacked the grove.
2, just outside the gates of Rata Novus. They stank.
No casualties should be accepted. These attacks were calculated, I've heard. Our perpetrator? The Cryptus.
Cryptus? And what exactly are these Cryptus? Where did they come from?
The more pertinent question, how did the Queen discern this information?
Tone. I've dealt with an Emperor's horde of petty banter, so I pivot. Queen Jenna, care to elaborate?
This information is as novel to me as it is to the Alliance.
I've heard rumors of your trustworthiness, Your Majesty.
No hyperbole until the Queen has spoken.
I see the triviality of Tyrian politics has not ceased its endless parade. Shall we have a mature discussion?
Introducing representation from the Astral Ward. Iskarin.
Iskarin?
I apologize for my friend's theatrics.
And Frode, Warden of the Astral Ward.
What's going on, Jenna? Answers.
Queen, if you wish to leave with all your limbs intact.
Calm, all of you. And I thought the war bands needed babysitting. Frode, was it?
Indeed. Admittedly, I expected worse. Wayfinder, under duress as always.
Wayfinder. Ah. Should have known you had a leg in this race.
I'll try talking to them. ready as they'll ever be. Get to the point.
They thrive on the brink of chaos.
They've all endured enough trauma for a lifetime. Patience.
If we're measuring trauma and lifetimes, they wouldn't compare.
Thank you for allowing us the time to speak to you all today. I apologize for the dramatic entrance. Again, I am Frode of the Astral Ward.
Frode. I've heard that name.
The Ward has been cloaked in shadow for centuries, protecting you from threats unknown and unlike the Elder Dragons.
The Cryptus.
The source of our demon infestation, I take it?
Beings of the Mists who are no longer a problem. Not right now. Our Wayfinder, your commander, can speak to that. I joined their fight. The Cryptus have been contained. I wouldn't be surprised if some still attempted to breach our realm, but they aren't organized.
He speaks truth, as the commander can attest. Hesitant trust is advised. Isgarin revealed himself to me not long before he revealed himself to all of you.
The Cryptus are harbingers of what may come next from the mists.
And you say they're no longer a threat, Wayfinder?
I've been to their realm myself. They've been stabilized.
When Su-1 passed, Tyria's essence bled into the veil beyond, the mists. We are no longer shielded by her power. Every eye turned toward us in that moment. And likely more, we glow brighter than we did before. Tyria is a unique world, coveted by those beyond.
To summarize, our demons are Cryptus, and you two, the Astral Ward, are some sort of secret organization that fights them?
Not just Cryptus, but any intruder from another realm.
We've certainly faced other threats that were not born of Tyria. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner?
Or help us with the Elder Dragons.
I will answer all of your questions. But this is not the right venue.
I'm inclined to agree. Whatever this information is, I gather it's sensitive in nature.
I imagine the room needs a moment to reflect. Shall we pause and reconvene in smaller council?
After our councils have ended, I will speak with any of you. Whatever questions you may have, I will try to answer them.
Commander, with us. We'd like to continue the conversation.
So you've met before?
Anise introduced us. Their friendship was just as much a surprise to me.
We sought another ally ahead of the Forum. We've known it was time to reveal ourselves to the world. Figured this would be better than a more public spectacle.
That inclination isn't wrong. Why now, though?
The Cryptus may be controlled or contained, but my words should cause fear. Tyria is as blood in water.
And what exactly is attracted to that blood?
Any number of beasts and beings. I've no reason to think we're in imminent danger, but I suspect something draws closer.
And we all need to prepare. The Astral Ward is ready to help in any way we can.
So you've numbers, then?
Some. Fewer after the Cryptus. We bled on the edge of that blade.
What do you propose we do?
Focus on your affairs. We'll get nowhere without some degree of control. Your nations are fragile still. Here, nourish.
We'll be establishing pacts with our neighbors. I suggest you do the same.
Wise.
On that subject, I'd like to offer some information on the Isle of Janthir.
Janthir. A storm looms over that place. Blood. That is not a territory I wish to cross.
I don't expect you to, but we may find more allies throughout those lands. The Lowland Coden.
My father spoke of them briefly. He left their territory untouched. Those are bonds I have not maintained.
I imagine there's more to this suggestion, Iskarin?
We should speak within thicker walls. Yes.
Wayfinder, I don't think anyone here would be better equipped to help form these bonds. You are not only a representative of the Astral Ward, but of Tyria. Look around this room. Take it in.
I could support that notion. Yes.
Utilize Moon Camp. It's only kicking up dust otherwise. We'll send ward to your aid. All your aid. The ward will establish a gateway between our outpost and the human city. With the Queen's blessing.
Blessing granted. I support this, and you, Commander. Now is the time to fortify. The Countess will meet you in Divinity's Reach.
I've witnessed cleaner executions.
Krisha, think I'm going with the commander to Janthir. I feel a professional pull. Have little intel on that location, or these Coden, and it feels vital. Or intriguing, at least.
An Imperator leaving her post to get her claws dirty. Care to steal my mate, too? Go. Be our eyes. I can cover for us.
I'll see you there, Commander.